you ready? Beyonce energy, keep it going.
Autistic. Hopefully you can't tell. Let's get rid of this. I feel like it's making things awkward. Yeah, so I was diagnosed with autism as a child, but I just got my ADHD badge last year. Thanks. Yeah, no, I haven't sewn it on yet, as you can see, but now I like to organise things into I like to categorise things into lists, right? And I reckon there are 4 types of bicycle user in London. I'm glad you're already excited. The first kind is the food delivery folks, you know, Deliveroo, Uber Eats, that sort of thing. Truly terrifying, aren't they? Do you think, are they paid too much or not enough? Possibly. Either could explain it. The second group, not that dissimilar to the first, is what I want to call pedestrians on Lime bikes. They seem to be trying their darndest to disprove the mantra that you never forget how to ride a bike. The third group is what you'd think of as, you know, proper cyclists. Do you know what I mean? Like head to toe in lycra, they go everywhere at 20 miles an hour on a fast road bike. They clearly can cycle, they're clearly competent. They just, for some reason, they seem to think that zebra crossings don't apply to them. Like maybe they're colourblind in black and white or something, I don't know. Anyway, the fourth group, and I want to stress this is different from the other 3 groups because I place myself in this category. And I'm kind of wondering, like, are we even cyclists? You know, like, I think of myself as a software developer. You know, like... Well, come on, like, if you take the tube everywhere, does that make you a tuber or something? Ridiculous. We're just normal people wearing normal clothes, going at normal speed, just trying to get to where we're going, right? Something about the energy of that laugh. What is it? What did I... Oh, right. Yeah, okay. I look like a Diwali festival. But that's... Come on. This is... Okay, fair. But at least my clothes are covering my body in the usual sense, right? You can't see everything, right? I'm not advertising everything to the whole street. Talking of which, actually, that reminds me of something else. So I started online dating quite recently. I was trying to get set up, and I was wondering, what do you put in your profile, right? Because I'm looking back at some of my recent dating history, and I'm starting to...
There's one of them right here, right?
I've got a lot of friends and family in the United States. As I was saying, I'm starting to see a pattern. It turns out, when I'm in your house, I do what you say sometimes. Right now, it's my time, okay? It transpires that I have a type. And my type is undiagnosed autistic. Which is like, how do you filter for that, right? It's not like there's a tag for it in the app, right? And by definition, they don't know, you know, my target audience. So, and it gets worse, right? Because I'm a Christian, I believe the resurrection happened. Life's simpler if I find someone who's kind of already on the same page about that. In fact, some members of my Bible study group turned up. I wasn't expecting so many of you when I wrote this. But anyway, the intersection of the Venn diagram, right? It's like female, autistic, nerd, probably Christian. You know, it becomes quite niche, right? But it's okay, because there are apps for all these things, right? So I found a Christian dating app, and I set up a profile, and I put a bit of text in there, and I said, to try and target my audience, I said, okay, ask yourself these questions, right? Are you the kind of person who likes to know what to expect from an interaction beforehand? Or do you like to categorise things into lists, like types of cyclists in London, for example? Or do you sometimes hold strong and occasionally divisive opinions on really specific topics, like, I don't know, the validity of Descartes' ontological argument for the existence of God, for example? Well then, you might be autistic. Please send me a direct message. And then I thought, well, am I covering all the bases here, right? So then I went and I found one of the neurodivergent dating apps, I forget which one, and I created a profile on there and I put in a section and I said, okay, ask yourself, do you constantly feel like you're being watched by the universe itself? Or do you sometimes have strong and divisive opinions on niche topics like the validity of Descartes' ontological argument? Of course, being an autistic Christian, I do have a strong opinion about that, but I think in order to avoid losing half the room, I think I better not share it.
It's Anselm, not Descartes.
Is it? Fair enough. Fair enough. Valid haggle. Where was I? Oh right, yes. And then the third question was, right, or do you feel an innate need to be part of something bigger, to serve someone, sort of greater and more beautiful than yourself, to look up to them, to worship? Basically, are you a bit of a sub like me? By the way, to my Bible study group, don't Google that. Well, then, if you answered yes to a bunch of these things, you might be an undiagnosed Christian. Please send me a message. But before the large number of people who know me wrap me out to the rest of the audience, I should just clear something up. Feel a bit. That is correct. Yes, I'm already married. You don't need to take my punchlines away from me. But no, it's a loving relationship. Her name's Penelope. This is Penelope. We're completely inseparable. We go everywhere together. In fact, I wouldn't be here tonight if it weren't for Penelope. She's literally my ride home. Anyway. Thanks. I've been Alex. This has been Penny. You've been over there. I know I'm going to enjoy the rest of the evening. I hope you do too. Good night.